Here, we will grab details of acquired hemolytic anemia. Acquired hemolytic anemia is also known as extrinsic hemolytic anemia, which pop up due to external triggers, means triggers outside red blood cells, like infections, medications, antibodies from an autoimmune disorder, burns, or medication. These triggers induce RBC breakdown and cause hemolytic anemia. Now, let's begin with cardiac hemolysis. Term cardiac means heart. Cardiac hemolysis occur only after prosthetic or artificial heart valve replacement, followed by a small leak adjacent to the replaced valve. Patients suffer from anemia because it causes mechanical trauma to red blood cells, which break RBCs into fragments. Mild hemolysis is noticed, but occasionally reoperation is required to fix the valve. Now, moving on towards autoimmune hemolytic anemia. Here, the body's own antibodies or complement system gets attached to the RBCs, leading them towards hemolysis. It is mainly of two types. First is warm antibody-mediated hemolysis. The word warm here indicates that this type will occur at body temperature, that is 37 degrees Celsius. Second type is cold antibody-mediated hemolysis. Here, hemolysis occurs at levels below body temperatures. In warm antibody-mediated hemolysis, usually IgG antibody binds to RBCs, while in other case, IgM takes the driving seat. Causes of warm AIHA or autoimmune hemolytic anemia include idiopathic disorder, lymphoproliferative disease such as chronic lymphocytic leukemia, autoimmune disease such as systemic lupus erythematosus, inflammatory bowel disease, drugs such as methyl dopa, penicillin, mefenamic acid. While causes of cold AIHA include illness with viruses such as CMV or cytomegalovirus, EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, and Mycoplasma bacteria. All these factors then induce hemolysis with typical symptoms of hemolytic anemia. In cold AIHA, antibody might be polyclonal due to infection. It is commonly self-limiting. Avoiding cold is one of the best measures against cold AIHA. Antibodies can be monoclonal in case of lymphoproliferative disease. Here, sometimes clone of lymphocytes give rise to an IgM antibody. On binding to RBCs, hemolysis is induced. Along with jaundice and splenomegaly, acrocyanosis of extremities is seen, where purple discoloration is due to red cell clogging by agglutinins, hence referred as cold hemagglutinin disease. or sqadia. Clumping of RBCs or agglutination is detected by Coombs test. If clumps are seen, it means the result is positive and disease is present. And if there is no clumping of antibodies on RBC surface, test is negative and disease is absent. In warm AIHA, treatment purpose is served by steroids such as prednisolone. It basically belongs to corticosteroids which come under the head of steroids. Prednisolone works by modifying the body's immune response and preventing immune system attack towards body's own cells. They appear to be the first-line agents in AIHA. If the situation worsens, then the blood transfusions are quite helpful to maintain the blood volume and body demands in symptomatic anemia. Splenectomy is recommended if steroids don't respond. In cold AIHA, treatment strategies include preventing cold, folic acid supplements, as well as alkylating agents such as chlorambucil. Steroids in this case appear to be ineffective often. Based on the location of hemolysis, we can classify hemolytic anemia in two types. First one is intravascular hemolysis, which means hemolysis within the vessel. It occurs when erythrocytes or RBCs are destroyed inside the blood vessel. For example, cardiac hemolysis, autoimmune-mediated hemolysis, and sickle cell anemia. The second type is extravascular hemolysis, which means hemolysis outside the vascular system. For example, hereditary spherocytosis and G6PD deficiency. This type of hemolysis occurs in hepatic and splenic macrophages within the reticuloendothelial system. For more in-depth medical videos, keep watching sqadia.com.
Have you ever heard of video books? sqadia.com is delighted to present video books, medical books that have been tailored into a series of videos. sqadia.com videos are presented in the same order as the book's chapters. Explore now and make your learning easy.